It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse Jonathan Taylor. He's coming off just an excellent performance last week, nearly 200 yards. It's the Panthers and the Broncos, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in losers in 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5. Of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6". They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 on first down. To throw. McLaughlin. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. We're only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here we go with Williams. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McLaughlin. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McLaughlin. This will be caught. Jeudy. And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Williams going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. 2nd and goal from the 1. Off the play fake. McLaughlin. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. John Bates, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. They'll start out here with the option left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Fields going to keep it once more. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And touchdown. Justin Fields. 62 yards. And the Panthers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else?
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Off play action, Fields. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Taylor His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Denver's offense ready to go again.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. To stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Azeez Al-Shaair
from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a 1st down.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this one is incomplete.
The Panthers had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Moore.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to get to 35.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They run once more with Taylor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings
Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor, and he won't get there. They start him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Panthers turn away on 4th down, and the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Operating from the gun, McLaughlin. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. They'll try and run. Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Broncos will take over on downs. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The final shot before break. McLaughlin. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Well, we'll move right through the break then. Skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
There's Trimble, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
That's interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
The option to give to Taylor here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Holding. Offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Again, it's Taylor. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On second down, Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. yards, the pickup, first down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense, false start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
62 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. And the tight end goes in motion left.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor.
Room here to run.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Well, the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. McLaughlin.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and now that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Off the option, here's Taylor. The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it. Because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
104 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break in the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, this game's over.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore from 3 yards out.
And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
Gets around him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, McLaughlin. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Touchdown, Broncos! Tim Patrick, 30 yards.
And the Broncos have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Pinero's extra point up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
On the option to give to Taylor here.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's an option play left. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Tommy Trimble.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.